Welcome back to Just Girly Things. And to all the new subscribers, hello, thank you. The support lately has been wild, and I genuinely appreciate every single one of you being here. Before we jump in, I have a quick disclaimer. Everything in this video is rumors, speculation, and my personal commentary. I have no confirmation on any of this, and this is not an invitation to dogpile or harass anybody. Let's be respectful and focus on the discussion. Today, we are diving into some of the biggest rumors swirling around Rachel, including ones that you've left in the comment section and asked for me to cover. And as always, this is commentary, speculation, and my opinion. Today, we're breaking down the Kiwi Farms sock account theories, the DDLG account she follows and her claims about Amber being a PDF, and the tangled mess of the smoking kink rumors and the not so subtle flirting with Emily. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. Okay, so we're starting with a comment I got on one of my previous videos where I was reading through Rachel's comment section. So I received this comment from Tommy's favorite funeral shirt. You should have included my comment pointing out she got busted being Pange. I hope I'm saying that right. On Kiwi Farms. She deleted her comment defending herself when someone said, "Okay, Rachel." But the whole comment is still visible since people responded to it. Account created 2024. All Amberlin thread comments except maybe one Glitter and Lasers one. It's her. And I hadn't seen their comment, so I responded, I didn't see it until after I was finished with the editing, but it may be getting its own video. They replied, "It's so her. I left the post detail so you can decide on your own. I'm not a farmer and can view all of this as a guest. You don't have to have a Kiwi Farms account to visit the site." And then I told them that I really appreciate it. First of all, thank you to the person who brought this to my attention. I genuinely appreciate when you send me things I might have missed. Now, full transparency, I am not a Kiwi Farms person. I know what it is, I know the general reputation, and that's enough for me. It is not my corner of the internet, so I am completely unaware of how their site works. But here's what I do know. Rachel herself has admitted to using Kiwi Farms before. According to multiple comments in this thread, this Pange account supposedly never liked anything critical of Rachel, which, let's be honest, is most comments about her these days, but they consistently liked anything that was praising her. And third, there was also a post from this account that was basically full-on glazing Rachel. And once people called it out, the post mysteriously disappeared. So this is the original comment. It says, "You're gross, Pange. I'm sure you will delete this as that is your Kiwi account." People start asking what the T is. Tommy's favorite funeral shirt replies, "She was very obviously defending her actions about 2 weeks ago. Once people said, 'Hi, Rachel,' she immediately deleted her post. She must not have understood that her post was still visible. Is it still there?" They reply, "Give me a few minutes. I'll find the exact date and post number." It was obviously her. They told me the account was made in 2024. It says post number 88-196 or 88-190 on October 27th of the Amberlin Reed thread has people replying. Original post is gone or was deleted by user. I'm not even a Kiwi. All this info is visible to visitors. And then, "That's hilarious. It's 100% her. What a clown." It's hilarious because any comment against Rachel, most of them, the account doesn't like, but any comment remotely in support of her account likes it. She tells on herself like Al. Which is so true. So now, Rachel should not have poo touched. But on the other hand, we are always saying somebody should take one for the team and find out this, that, or the other, and she did. She tried to be sneaky about it. She tried to stroke Emily's ego so that Emily would give the goods, and it backfired. That doesn't mean she's a piece of shit. And I actually enjoyed listening to her ranting and ramblings. It made it entertaining for about a week. which is more than Death Becomes Her Lynn has been doing lately. She actually did a good job sharing what she learned. However, I do think that Amber and Emily think that they've checkmated this situation, which is only ever about getting money. And I think that Rachel chick is not done, and she's probably going to wipe the floor with them later on in some sort of slapping the poo retaliation, which I'm here for 100. And then somebody just says, okay, Rachel. So, what do you think? Honestly, it's possible. I have no way to confirm it, but based on the pattern, it does read like it's either a Rachel sock account or whatever her version of an Am baby would be. It has that very specific Damian White energy, if you know, you know. The next piece is pretty strange. I talked about this briefly the other day. I shared a short about it, but in case you missed it, Rachel was found following a DDLG account on Instagram. And if you're not familiar, dictionary.com defines DDLG as Daddy Dom Little Girl, a sexual dynamic where a dominant male is the daddy and the woman plays the role of a young girl. Look, I'm not usually one to kink shame. People can like what they like, but this is one of those dynamics that I personally have a hard time with. And this is where it gets really messy. Rachel has loudly suggested that Amber might be a PDF, as shown in this thumbnail. So naturally, I have some questions. Why are you following kink accounts, especially this kind, from a public work-associated Instagram? 2, if you are into the DDLG dynamic, doesn't that imply you're sexualizing little girl imagery? These are genuine questions. And again, consenting adults can do what they want, but the optics, the contradiction, it leaves a bad taste. Let me be clear, I am not defending Amber in any way. The stuff with Libby was weird. Encouraging a 20-something guy to try to be with a 15-year-old girl was not okay. I am not excusing that, and I never will. But Rachel, come on. Because the comment I keep seeing over and over and over again in my comment section and in other places that discuss you is those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And speaking of kinks, that brings us into the final rumor of the day.
Girlfriend sparks one social cigarette. I cannot help but find it insanely hot. Even though I know it's awful for her, it still looks good.
This clip is from before the next part I'm about to show you. She sent me a video of her smoking. That's weird. Ooh, that feels like her dipping her toe into video calling. I flirted a little, not gonna lie. I wanted the tea. Delicious cancer stick in an ashtray mouth. Delicious. So, what do we think? It's possible Emily never saw that original Rachel clip. Maybe she was literally just smoking while recording a video. Totally innocent. But here's where my brain goes. I think Rachel has been around Girl World for a while. I think she's watched Rachel's content, and allegedly, I think she was genuinely interested in Rachel. Rachel herself has admitted that they flirted. And now I hear what some of you are saying, Emily has a type. But guys, just because someone has a size preference doesn't mean she wouldn't be attracted to a plus-size girl she might be able to slowly plump up. Sorry, I had to say it. So when you connect the dots, it's not really that far-fetched to think that Emily sent that smoking video because she thought Rachel would like it. And maybe, just maybe, she was right. And that's everything I've got for you today, girls. Now it's your turn. Tell me what you think. I always love reading your takes, your theories, and whatever dots you've connected that I haven't. If you enjoyed this deep dive, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. It helps more than you know, and it tells me that you want more Rachel content. Thanks for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble. I hope you have the absolute best day. Bye.